Hello and welcome to Mr. Ridley's Design and Technology. In this clip we're going to look at the next stage of the upcycled box, and that is transferring an image onto a file so that we can laser cut it and make the laser cut design for the top of our box. The stage we should have got to now is we've mostly completed the bottom of the box. We might have a bit of sanding, final sanding to do, but our box is fitted, our joints have been rectified, and we've got the completed box. What we now need to do is we need to complete this design sheet. On this design sheet we're going to do 3 of our best designs. We're going to draw them in monotone, and we're going to use these then to scan, vectorize and add to cut out the box, the top of the box. So this one here is the one that I've chosen. I'm going to choose this design to go on top of my box here, and what I need to do is I need to upload it, get it onto 2D design, then I can manipulate it and finally laser cut it. I can also take that opportunity to add any text, which I've done here, and then when we've done that we can get that laser cut design, glue it onto the top of our box, clamp it, let it dry, and our final stage will be to cut just into the top of the box slightly to make our lid, and then we can either add any kind of fittings like hinges and things to complete our box. So that's adding the laser cut design to the upcycled wooden box. Right, now we're going to look at downloading our image from the Google Classroom and manipulating it, get it into TextSoft so that we can then transfer it to the laser cutter. So first thing we're going to do, go to our Google Classroom, and in our Google Classroom we should find the scanned image. Then what we can do is we can copy the image, and with the copied image copied we can open a Google drawing. Once we can do that, once we've done that, we can paste it into the Google drawing, and while it's in the Google drawing here we can just crop and choose the one we want. So I'm going to choose this image here, and what I'm going to do is use this tool, crop tool, and you've just got to take care to make sure you get this moving arrow, and what we want to do is just bring these in and crop this as closely to take out everything else that we don't need. So we're going to just bring those in there tight, click on the outside here, and we can just check by taking that down, and I think there's still a little bit there, so if we click back on it and just bring that line down a little bit more. We don't want to crop the image, but we want to just make sure we haven't got any of the lines in there, and then we can click on the outside again. So there's our image. What we're going to do then is click on File, and we're going to download this as a JPEG image. So it will then, once we've clicked on this for a JPEG image, we can choose where we can save it. We can save it to an external memory card, or we can save it to, there's an option there to save it to the Google Drive, or I'm going to save it onto this computer in Pictures, and I'm going to save it as, I'm going to save it as box, and then just my there. Okay, and save. So once we've done that, we've got that saved, I can go and open a TextSoft Design V3 new image, and with that I can click on File and I can import a file. This will then hopefully find that, which I've just found it, and open it. Here it says bitmap image size and color. We can just click OK, and we have that image. Now we can enlarge this image, but just take care to keep the proportions the same. You can actually move the proportions you can see there and change them about. We've got this image there, and now what we're going to do we can now save this, and we've got ready for our next stage. Right, now we have our image. We've got our JPEG image imported into the TextSoft v3. So we've got it into TextSoft v3. If we like, we can manipulate it, make it larger or smaller. I think it's best when we're working with it to have it quite big. We can reduce it down to fit onto our box top later. The first thing we're going to do is click on here and onto bitmaps here. So we've got File, Edit, and if we just click onto bitmaps there, and at the bottom here it says Vectorize Bitmap. If we click on the bitmap that we've imported, and it says color selection for vectorization. What we need to do is click on monochrome, and then we have a slider here, luminance, and this just goes from light to nothing right in to dark. Generally you can leave it where it is, but you might want to just play with it a little bit. You're really just, I think, just moving about in the middle here, and then you can click on OK. This gives you some conversion settings and custom settings, which we're not going to use, so we just click on OK, and what we do then is we have the image imported, we have it vectorized. Once we've got that vectorized, we can move it around, and this will now laser cut. If we want to add some text, we can click on text, click on the text option here, and we can add got that right. Some lettering. With the lettering, we can move that about. We can also use settings and change the size of the lettering and the font. I think we'll use that one, and I might change that to bold and click OK. And there we are. Now you can drag that bigger or move it around how you wish. I'll just leave that down there. And when you're ready for your image, when you think your image is ready, if you want to add lettering, you can. If you want to add any, you can use this. Just change it about. This will then be ready to laser cut. So then we'll look at the next stage.